stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen. Truth is stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen.
We need to take our power back in a totally non-violent way, totally pro-peace, because what they want is to get us going.
They do.
They just want an excuse, you know, they're poking us, they're pushing us. This is also where you need to be very aware of some of these so-called mass shootings, or when police are being very awful to black people or minorities. Please be aware, some of these are staged events as well to get the fuel going.
Yeah.
So that you will get so pissed off that you would go out in the street and maybe hurt a police officer or something like that.
Right.
That is the intention. Just because you're police doesn't mean that you're a bastard. There are many, many beautiful people in uniform that we should honor if they do their job the way they're supposed to. And that job is to protect us, the citizens of that country.
That's right.
So I would say, let go of the hate, go out, honor people. You know, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. A while ago, there were mothers, once again mothers, in the States that started the cookie campaign. And the cookie campaign was that they made cookies and they went out and they found the most hostile looking police officers and they gave them cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these guys, they're so used to be hated, being spit upon, being feared. When they were giving cookies, some of them started crying, you know. The power of a cookie. If you hate, if you hit, the reaction is clear. It will come back to you.
Yeah.
And the people we are up against, their language is violence.
Yeah, that's right.
They will squash you if you give them the reason for it.
That's
so
right.
we need to go totally the opposite way. We need to focus, totally fearless, totally balanced, with a heart full of compassion, forgiveness, but fearless, standing up against these people, or not against. I'm aware of the wordings. You know, I think when you look at karate, for instance, you have brutal force, and you block it with brutal force and hit back. That is their language. But Aikido, if you know about Aikido, the idea with Aikido is, it's also a martial art, they say, but the idea of Aikido is to, when the other one attack, you stay in balance, but you get out of the way, you move out of the way, so that the attack, the force of the attack passes you, and then you just turn it slightly into a circular motion, and they go down on their own. Not in a way that they hurt themselves, because since you do it in a circular motion, they come down and more or less safe as well. The only thing you need to do, stay focused. I mean, first see that there's a threat, wake up, this is real. See that there's a threat. Then when it comes, when you see the attack coming, get out of the way, still focused, still in balance, still in harmony. Redirect their energy. Don't buy into fear. Don't buy into hatred. Don't buy into anger. Just let it pass and let them go down by themselves.
Go on, Ollie, sorry.
Now, if you study world history, you will see that dictators come and go. They look invincible for a while. These are the words of Gandhi, actually. They look invincible for a while, and you think we're screwed, there's no way out. But they always go down, and they go down by their own force.
That's correct.
Because corruption corrupts, power corrupts. They say if you want to test the strength of a personality, give him power. You know, if you really want to see if you're strong enough, let that person have power. And this, nowadays, we look upon there are a lot of weak people, incredibly fearful cowards, that have moved into position of power due to being totally disloyal to normal people, selling out, and so on. So the people that we are letting us lead is like absolute the wrong person, to say the least. So I would say if you've been waiting for someone to come and save you, you're the one that you've been waiting for. It
That's
is
right.
you. It is me. It's the one looking back in the mirror. That is the one that is supposed to make the difference. I am a big question mark as well as everyone else. I don't know about the future. I just feel in my heart that we're going to be fine. It's
Yeah.
going to be rocky and scary maybe, but it's just like the better you get at surfing, you get bored of the small waves, you know, you want the big ones. And we are in these waters.
It's true.
But we're still standing. We're still standing. You know, this is the beautiful thing. And once you're up on that wave, you suddenly see other people on the same wave. There's not as many of them, but it's like, wow, there's another one over there. Like me meeting you now, it feels like we're brothers right away. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go through this empty, all these different layers like with normal people. And then 2 years down the line, you suddenly discover, oh my God, here just, it's instantly. I would say a good idea could be to have food supplies because the system is so weak, you know, so vulnerable. You shut down gas or you shut down the supermarkets 2-3 days, people are knocked out, you know. And grow your own food, get off the grid if possible. They're doing everything you can just see what they try to stop, go that way. What they try to ban, check it out. Oh, they're trying to stop silver. Okay, that's great. Colloidal silver. Let me have a look at that. Why are they doing that? Oh, it's absolutely excellent. Oh, they're trying to stop this. They're trying to ban whatever it is. I mean, nowadays, cinnamon, okay, they're trying to ban cinnamon and vitamins. Okay, let's look into cinnamon, vitamins. Oh my God, they're absolutely super duper things. Invest in that. But also invest in your neighbors, in your friends, in your family. Don't get too into these dark things. Don't bury you in it, because if you get too dark, it's very easy to become so negatively loaded that you're actually doing them a favor, because you're just spreading fear and negativity around you. So I think it's almost like you have to earn the right to speak about these things. And the way you earn them is to get back in balance with meditation, be in nature, you know, whatever. Then once you're centered, you speak. And you speak when people have their doors open. You don't try and push it in, you know, knock the door in, which most people do in the beginning. It would be closed from the inside. I will leave this earth with pride in my heart. If I leave it in a non-violent way, if I leave it in a way that I'm in a fight with somebody, that, you know, hurting someone else and then dying, I will not leave proud. You know, so balance, feel compassion, because so many of us are duped and asleep, and many of these people have come and ended up in shark waters without really understanding how they got there. They've been duped into, you know, come be with us, the brotherhood, or you're one of the elected few. Let's just have a little sex party and we will film everything you do, and it will be used against you as soon as you do something we're not approved of, you know. And they grab them by the balls. It's by design. As soon as you get into that position, evidence against you. You take a step forward, we will finish you. So when you look at people in these positions, I don't see monsters. You know, I don't see monsters. I'm friends with assassins, CIA whistleblowers. I know, really weird, but I see. It's so odd. It really is so odd to be in this world. I have not seen monsters. I've been in war zones. I've been in Iran during the war, and what I saw was people that was lost, that was so damaged by things they had gone through. It was not that I saw evil in their eyes. It was the lack of light. There was no light. It was gone. That was very scary to see. I thank God I have not seen these monsters that people talk about. But it's the same with people in uniform and so on. You know, if I'm asked to go somewhere, or if you know, I'm wherever it takes, I'm there. If up front line, right in the middle of absolute chaos, call, you know, meet gang members or riot police, I'm right up there. Will I look upon monsters? Absolutely not. Will I get my head beaten up? Maybe, you know. Will I be killed? I don't know. I hope not. But will I see upon these people as my brothers and sisters? Yes. If I can manage and not freak out in the middle, I will see them as brothers and sisters that are totally not aware of what they're doing. Just like Jesus said, forgive them, they do not know what they're doing. And I think, I'm not religious, but I think Jesus was one hell of a hacker. He cracked the code of the matrix. I really think so.
Yeah.
He found out that, listen guys, there is a shortcut here. You can do the long run, the boot camp, you can do the hard stuff. Very easy. What you do, you fill yourself with greed, you fill yourself with anger, hatred, all of these things, and you spread it around you. You smash and kill and destroy. It's great. You will stay here forever. There is another way. And that way is, whatever the problem is, meet it with a higher frequency. The highest frequency in this universe is what we label pure love.
Yeah.
The lowest is pure fear.
Yep.
And when you see in laboratories, I've seen some beautiful experiments when they let two different frequencies meet. It's not that they start to fight in the middle and then end up in a 50-50 like this. The lower one it disappears. Mm-hmm. It just disappears. No fighting. Just like when you turn on the light in the dark room, there's no fighting going on. The darkness disappears. Mm-hmm. So I say, if love is the highest frequency, whatever the problem is, meet it with love. I think that is what Jesus said. When he said, turn the other cheek, he did not say, become a wuss and just bend over. That is not what he said. He said, be powerful. Stay in your power. The power of love. Not, I fancy you, baby, if you're nice to me, that type of love. Love, the love that creates life. And without that, life is not possible. That power, it is incredible. And the power of forgiveness is incredible. The healing that happens in pure forgiveness, it is, I mean, I get goosebumps when I talk about it. It is unreal. That is the way forward.
That's powerful.
And we need to be aware of the responsibility we have now in the year of 2015, because this is the year, it's all happening, in my opinion. It is the year, but so important how we deal with it. If we massacre this little group and serve them on a pizza, wrong way to go.
Okay, can I just jump in then to ask you, when you say this is the year, what do you mean? What are you willing to put on the line? For
myself.
Okay, but when you say this is the year, is this the year for financial collapse? Is this year for World War III? You know, what is this the year for?
This is the year for absolute beautiful harmony. We're going to the next level. We're going to the next level. We're going to transcend this obstacle, in my opinion. And if it's okay, you know, I love these experiments and stuff like that. We say the frequency is getting higher and higher, okay? And when you, once again, back to the laboratory, you take a loudspeaker, you put a piece of cardboard and sand on top of it, and then you put a low frequency. You start that and it goes boo. And the sand starts shaking after a while. Mm-hmm. You start raising the frequency, and the sand goes like this, and then suddenly it locks into like a beautiful pattern, like a snowflake. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you keep pushing up the frequency. To start with, the pattern stays. Then after a while, it starts shaking. And then suddenly, boom, it moves into a new pattern, just like boom, like very quickly. Totally different from the pattern before. Absolute perfect and beautiful. And it just keeps going like that. New shapes every level of frequency. I think that we are at a point now. They say that the frequency started being noticeable, the change of frequency around 1984, that time, around there. And now it is so close. I think it's already taken, it's jumping into, it is, I think after 2012, it actually jumped into the new pattern. Or if we're just about that, it will take the next step. And this is where I think we're, in the old prophecies, they talk about 3 days of darkness and so on. I think when this really jumps into the next level, it will look the same more or less, but it will feel totally different. And the first, to start with, especially if you're not accustomed to these higher frequencies due to meditation and these type of things, you will be a bit like this, I think. What I really hope, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but what I really feel in my heart and hope is that the next level will be the end of duality. That we will suddenly come to a point where we'll see, oh my God, it's not me against the rest of the world, it's us for the rest of the world. You know, we, it's like I plus double L, ill, we plus double L, well. It's not, if your mind suddenly goes into the next level and start thinking we, what can I do for us? What can we do for each other? How can we help? How can we live?
That's right.
That is where I think we are. And it's only because we've been so thick for such a long time that we've needed these extreme challenges. I mean, the whole world seems to go under because we've been so asleep. So, but it is thanks to these so-called problems that we're waking up and that we're able to move to this next level.
Well, that's right. Pain is a great teacher. It really is. And when you talk in this manner, I can feel a frequency change within my stomach. You know that I can feel my body change, and my skin changes, and the way I smile and interact with other people. When I come from a place of love and forgiveness, there is no threat. But when I come from a place of me and I'm going to get as much as I can, I'm constantly in a place of threat, you know, and I'm all of a sudden I'm in competition with you, and I've been programmed through education to compete with everyone, you know, and society is built on cars, girlfriends, money, gold, blah blah blah. These things that I must have to make me feel better. But of course, I just feel more and more hollow. But what you're talking about is something that I've become aware of recently, which is that everything works on frequency. Music, technology, information, it's all frequency and the resonance of the human being. And we're so powerful. As a human being, we're so powerful, and we've just got to wake up and realize that we are powerful. Now, of course, you're speaking all around the world and people are contacting you. But if someone wants to contact you, how would they do that? And what are you willing to, how much are you willing to put yourself out there?
I'm willing to put myself out there 100%. The only thing is I'm weak financially. You know, if I had the money, I would go freely everywhere I was needed. I'm in like a car without gas. You fill me up, you know, I'll be there. You know, I feel, you know, I've spent so much of my life preparing myself, refining myself, educating myself to be of use. I feel use me, use all of this that is in here for the good of humanity, you know, wherever, whoever, just contact me. It's so easy. My website is lightonconspiracies.com. It's a very handpicked name, Light on Conspiracies, not hate on conspiracies or blow up conspiracies or darkness on conspiracy. Light on conspiracy, lighten up. Lighten up. When you're in a scary situation, where you're in a freaky situation, you know, somebody's threatening you, maybe a gun to your head, you're fine until somebody pulls the trigger. Even if they pull the trigger, it might click. Until the bullet enters your head, you're fine. Lighten up, lighten up. Breathe. take it in, you know, fill your heart. This is the thing, how to get to a higher frequency. Fill your heart with gratitude. That is the key. Gratitude is the big magic wand, you know, because all of us, if you got 2 legs, be grateful for them. If you only got 1 leg, be grateful for that one. If you got a wheelchair, maybe be grateful for your tires. If you got 1 eye, be happy for. If you got a bed to sleep in, if you got food, all of us are surrounded by incredible gifts to be grateful for. And it's when people say to you, yeah, but what can I do? What can I do? I'm just a Mr. Nobody. Well, I'm a Mr. Nobody as well. And we're not, you are not, I am not. We're all here for a reason. And this is the time to stand up, become who you're supposed to be, and shine. Shine. What you can do is you can, by lifting yourself, the more, instead of fighting these forces, instead of listening to all this awful news on radio, awful news on TV, they will pump out this crap to hold you down. They want you down with your head in the mud, with their boot on top of your head. That is where they want it. And they will not stop at anything. This is why they're pumping from all over the world about all these horrors, to keep you down. There's a magic button on that remote control of yours. It says off. Click it. Click it. Try it how it feels. Try if you can be without this one for like a few days, not watching anything. And after a while, you will start feeling that I feel weird. I don't know what's going on, but I'm starting to feel better. You know? This is it's not called TV programs for nothing. They're there to program you, and the people behind them are not there for your best. They're not there for you, your benefit. They're there to control you. Just like the Wizard of Oz, this powerful voice, you pull the curtain, there's a little tiny old guy with a microphone and a massive amplifier, and you're letting him into your house, into your children's room. I mean, really, when you listen and when you start understanding what's going on, and with these, nowadays, it's come to a scale that is just like, freak me out, I want to get off, or join. If you want to protect your children and take care of them, turn it off. This is not a joke. Turn it off. It is there to damage them. Stay away from the vaccines. My God, when you look into what's in these vaccines, it is pure horror. Some of them are labeled weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's right.
In the patent. And you're pumping it into your beautiful little child. We have to stand up and just say, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah, but they're not allowed into school. They are. The schools are not. They will not get their fundings if they don't have a certain percentage of children vaccinated. I do not believe in lies. I have totally lied about vaccines, you know, about, yes, she has been vaccinated. Absolute lie. Yeah, please bring the book. I will someday.
That's right.
Yeah. When it comes to helping people out of war zone, yeah, but you can't do that. Yes, you can. Have I forged the passport? Yes. Have I signed fake sign? Yes. Did I know that it was illegal? Totally. Did I follow my heart? Totally. Am I proud of it? Totally. Will I do it again? Absolutely yes. You know, so if somebody stands banging on the outside the door, open up the door, sit down, breathe, make, you know, so that when you open the door, you're focused. You will see your brother and sister who knows not what they're doing, instead of opening it in fear. And, you know, it only takes a few seconds, you know, to just center yourself. Don't forget to breathe. And especially if you're in a threatening position, remember breathing, breathing, breathing. That will calm you down. That will calm you down. And the thing that really is magical to me It's like if I have someone who's threatening to me, sometimes, I mean, it can get scary if there are weapons and stuff involved. But instead of seeing this screaming face and see a monster or an enemy, what helps me is the word divine. When I look in his eyes, I just think to myself, to keep myself out of fear, divine, divine, divine. Just keep repeating it. He's divine. He's somebody's brother. He's somebody's father. Divine, divine. He's somebody's child. He's somebody, you know. And then if you can stay focused in that feeling of love and compassion in these threatening situations, that is where pure magic happens. I tell you, I've seen incredible things happening in these situations, because there's something in this matrix. When somebody tries to scare you and you do not get scared, it takes the power away from them. If they try to destroy you and you do not get fearful, it destroys them. Not in a violent way, but it takes away their power, because their power is fear. They've used it globally for so many years. We should sort of figure it out now.
That's right.
Let's focus on not becoming fearful and not afraid, and just breathe in, see each other as brothers and sisters, stand side by side, and be proud of each other as well and ourselves, because we are up against the biggest propaganda machine the world has ever seen on a scale that is unreal, and they are using everything they can to keep us asleep.
That's right.
I mean, my God, chemicals and GMOs and programs and films and harp and everything, propaganda, the media, to keep us down, and we're still blossoming.
Truth is stranger than fiction. When it gets too hot in your kitchen, truth is stranger than fiction.